Hello, I'm Valentina, and this is the Spotlight channel. So today I wanted to talk about authenticity and art. And specifically, I want to talk about the artist paradox. I want to talk about this today. I got this video content idea from a girl that I saw posting about this. Unfortunately, I don't remember her name, so I could give her credit. If anybody knows who it is by what I'm going to talk about, you can credit her down here. And the artist paradox is about no artist is ever satisfied with their art because their art is always going to look like they did it. And funnily enough, or not, the art is always going to look like the creator because the art is coming through the vessel of the person that is creating. So of course, the art is always going to have at the least a hint of the person in it because it's being expressed through that vessel. And when I saw her video, I was so in awe of what she was talking about because I struggled with that a lot my whole life. With any kind of medium that I took, I was never truly satisfied with what I did because I always wanted it to look like something else, something that it would be so good that I myself wouldn't be able to believe that I created something of that sort. And I wanted to talk about this because I think I'm not the only one. I think a lot of people actually go through this. A lot of creatives go through this process. And I just thought that this was such a great, not even idea, a great concept to bring attention to. And one thing that got me thinking about this whole content is we are never satisfied with our own art because it looks or it sounds like us. Though we are definitely able to appreciate other people's arts, even if it looks like them. We get to appreciate it. Not everybody, but we appreciate it, and some other of us appreciate it. But when our art looks like ourselves, we doubt and we question if anybody else is going to get to appreciate the art just because it looks like us. It looks like we did it. And that was such an important click in my mind, so much so that I've been making music lately. I wake up really early in the morning and I have my coffee, and as I'm having my coffee, I'm just strumming on the guitar, and some songs pop out like as I'm drinking coffee, so instantly. And of course for me it was like, oh, this is just like some silly song that I did while I was drinking coffee. Is no big deal. But then I sent it to a couple of friends, and two of them replied to me saying that they got emotional, which initially, of course, I wanted to doubt that. I wanted to be like, oh, they're just my friends, so of course they're going to say that. But then I called one of them and they were like, no, dude, I really love it. And that inspired me to do this video. And it inspired me to record the song. Just like make a video out of it, simple video. I don't have any recording equipment, like professional equipment. But it inspired me to do it and post it as well, because that's the other part that is really key for our comprehension and our appreciation of our own art and ourselves as artists. We should never create with the expectation of the outcome, of any outcome whatsoever. So we shouldn't be creating expecting the creation to achieve certain recognition, because the whole purpose of creating should be the creation itself, or the process of creating itself, because that's how we get to express ourselves and manifest our expression through the art. Not if anybody likes or dislikes it, because we shouldn't get to judge our creation just based by recognition. So I think it's, I have the expression in Portuguese. I don't know how to express that in English, but it's like a balance. This topic, this concept is like a balance. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, it's a balance, because in one hand, the way your art looks like you is exactly what makes your art original. And I'll say that again. The way your art looks like you is exactly what makes your art original. Because no one else is going to be able to make their art looking like you. And the same goes for you the other way around. So on one hand, accepting that our art will always look like us. It will always be created through our own lens, our own stories, taste, sensitivity, rhythm. Yes. And on the other hand is accepting also creating just for the sake of creating, and not creating with the expectation of recognition or applause or acceptance or whatever. You know what I mean? Because yes, our art looking like we did it is what makes it original, and other people will appreciate our art by its originality and authenticity. But at the same time, the creation should just be created for the purpose of moving something from within, without. And that's all it is. We just need to find the balance in between both, in accepting that we can create good art and be appreciated by others, but without hoping that that recognition is going to come. And if it doesn't come, not beating ourselves up thinking that it didn't come because it's not good enough. You know what I mean? If you're always making your art waiting for external validation and hoping to outgrow your own style, you're never going to be satisfied, because this in itself, it's a form of self-rejection, and it's exhausting. It's exhausting as an artist, it's exhausting as human beings to always want to be something else, want to be better, and want to be and never be satisfied with what we have now. I've talked about this in other videos, but within other topics, but it goes to this as well. Because we are rejecting ourselves if we're never satisfied with now, with what we have now, with our style now, you know? And truly, as artists, we'll never be satisfied if the satisfaction doesn't come from the sole purpose of creating. So let your art flow, create from within, from whatever inspiration comes to you, and let yourself be seen in your art, regardless of the outcome. Both the outcome of the creation itself, to also the outcome of the recognition and validation. Yeah. That's all I gotta say.